Microsoft's Crackdown 3 has been delayed again. The open-world action title was meant to release on November 7th, but will now arrive in spring 2018. In a statement to Polygon, Microsoft Studios Publishing General Manager Shannon Loftus noted that the development teams, namely Regent Games, Sumo Digital, and Cloud Gene, were receiving more time to produce a better experience. Loftus also noted that getting the balance right between the game's core modes, namely campaign, co-op, and multiplayer, was important and warranted additional development time. We're very excited about Crackdown 3, and so are many fans, and so it's a difficult call to move the release date. However, we want to make sure to deliver the right game, with the right quality, and at the right time. Crackdown 3 is a hugely ambitious title, and we want to ensure we deliver the right experiences all the way through every part of the game, whether that's campaign, co-op multiplayer, or a competitive multiplayer mode, Wrecking Zone. Loftus also noted that the game was incredibly ambitious with its 4K visuals, cloud computing multiplayer, and huge open world. The team has been working extremely hard to deliver a great experience for fans, and this extra time will help us do just that. Crackdown 3 was initially announced at E3 2014, with its multiplayer beta due in summer 2016. The game was instead delayed to 2017, with the actual release date confirmed at Microsoft's E3 2017 presser. As it stands, there's clearly a lot that Microsoft is trying to do with the game, so we'll see if its massive ambition will actually pay off. Death Stranding is a ways off from its launch date. There's every chance we might not even see it until 2019, but that hasn't stopped people from getting extremely excited about the game. It is after all made by the mastermind Hideo Kojima, so any and all information we can get our hands on, we latch onto it no matter how minuscule it is. This one we're reporting on today is actually pretty significant though. Mads Mikkelsen, who'll be playing a major role in Death Stranding, was recently at a panel in South Korea, and he talked to fans about several things and mentioned that work on Death Stranding is still going on, with several scenes for the games still being shot. Mikkelsen confirmed that he's going to go back to do some more performance capture and shoot more scenes from the game. With that in mind, it seems safe to say that the game's not anywhere close to being launched yet. It might be a long while yet before we finally get our hands on it. In the same panel, Mikkelsen also talked about his experiences working on a video game, how it differs from working on a TV show or movie, and about his experiences working under the direction of Hideo Kojima. Square Enix has a nasty habit of announcing games really early and then not sharing any information about them for the years that it takes for them to release. This happened with Final Fantasy XV, Final Fantasy XII and XIII, and it's happening right now with Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3. Speaking of French publication Kisland Info, the producer of Square Enix, Shinji Hashimoto, who was working on both of those games, explained why Square Enix often takes time to release information at its own excruciatingly slow pace, noting that while he understands that fans have high expectations, he also understands that it's contingent on Square to meet those expectations. You must know that for each future title, i.e. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3, etc., there is an established development planning, he said, so we must first consult it to check on the progress of the game to be able to convey the most interesting and relevant information to the public. To give you an example, many events will take place this year. There is Final Fantasy's 30th anniversary, Final Fantasy VII's 20th anniversary event, as well as Kingdom Hearts' 15th anniversary event. Knowing this, it's obvious that fans are expecting a lot and we wish to show more in order to celebrate all of these events. We wish we could give as much information as possible, but it is imperative that we have control on the calendar in order so that we can reveal relevant information at the precise time. We do understand what he's saying, but given the understanding that Square feels the need to announce things as they happen, maybe it might be for the best for them to just not announce games so early. As of right now, we have no release dates for either Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy VII Remake, though we do know that the former is out in late 2018 at least. Call of Duty World War II looks to be a return to the franchise's roots, at least as far as the setting goes. However, it sounds like the game will also be taking cues from classic Call of Duty titles by letting players play from a multitude of different nations in multiplayer mode. Yes, World War II was a global conflict with multinational forces on both sides. We're focused on the European theater with a diverse ensemble cast of playable MP nations, Michael Condrey confirmed on the game's subreddit. That said, he did confirm that while you can play as multiple different nations, players who are playing as the Allies will never be teamed up with players playing as the Axis powers. A team will only be composed of one or the other, but never both, which we guess sounds sensible enough. We don't see why anyone would complain about this. The wait is finally over. Sort of. Microsoft has confirmed that Xbox One X pre-order details will be coming on August 20th, prior to Gamescom 2017 at 9 PM CEST, 12 PM PT. After Microsoft's briefing, pre-orders will go live according to The Verge. If you're not sure when exactly pre-orders will go live, you can refer to the official Microsoft Store page for a timer. Microsoft's Gamescom 2017 live show will begin on the same day and time and can be viewed on Twitch and YouTube, along with Microsoft's Mixer app. The Xbox One X will obviously receive more information, while we'll also see some world premiere trailers. The split between Hideo Kojima and publisher Konami was highly acrimonious, ugly, and publicized within the industry, but it doesn't seem like Kojima himself is harboring any hard feelings over it. In fact, speaking to Japanese website Toyokezai, translation by Kotaku, Kojima openly was appreciative of Konami, thanking them for letting him make the games he wanted to make while he worked there. What I'm grateful to Konami for is that when I proposed something I wanted to make, they let me make it, Kojima says. Conversely, I wasn't bound by them saying, you need to do it like this. Kojima goes on to describe that even as a fresh recruit, when he submitted a proposal to Konami for a game he wanted to make, he would get a green light and a go-ahead. It was like that from when I joined to the end, says Kojima. Because of that, I'm the person I am today. It makes sense that Kojima harbors fondness for the publisher who made him into the industry legend that he is today, even if the later split between the two was ugly. Now both are moving on from the divorce. Kojima is working with Sony on Death Stranding, a brand new IP, while Konami themselves are slowly dipping their toes back into the world of video games, exemplified with this year's Switch launch game, Super Bomberman R. Valve has decided to institute a change to how it deals with requests from developers for generating Steam keys, confirming that developers who seem to abuse the functionality and request more Steam keys than seems to be appropriate for their level of Steam sales may not have their requests honored automatically. The reason for this change is that Valve does not take a cut from any Steam keys generated to sell a game via other means, such as in Humble Bundle or on a developer's own website. This means that while Valve is still incurring server and upkeep costs, they're not getting anything for those sales. An issue for developers who just use Steam to get on the storefront and have keys generated, but then proceed to sell games elsewhere to keep a bigger cut. While this is undoubtedly a loss for several smaller games, who now have to vie for the spotlight on an increasingly crowded Steam storefront, in the end, Valve can't be blamed for essentially trying to protect their interests against what can charitably be termed only as freeloaders. That'll be it for this video. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.